Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can hear you.
Mrs. Ma'am,
Yes.
can you let me in from my iPad and I'll go out from my phone?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're letting just people in so that I can take the attendance.
Miss, are we going to have homework today?
Miss, I
Yes.
forgot to submit the homework yesterday, so I submitted it now.
Okay.
Miss, I'm sorry I entered late.
It's all right. Is there anyone else that's going to join?
No, all the sessions we were 13. So I don't think so.
Okay. So I'm going to take the attendance now. Uh, Ali? Ali?
Yes.
Okay. Aisha?
Here.
Farida?
Here.
Hannah Adha?
Yes.
Hala?
Yes.
Haya?
Yes.
Khulud?
Yes.
Limar?
Here.
Malik? Sorry, Malak?
Here.
Sorry, Malak. Mariam Walid?
Here.
Muhammad Ahmed is not here. Mustafa? Mustafa? Is Mustafa here? Okay. Najat? Najat is not here too?
Yes, Najat is joining.
Okay. Noor Tamer? I don't think he's here. Okay. Ruqayya?
Here.
Yasin Abdelhamid?
Yes.
Yasin Tamer is not here. Yasin Muhammad Radwan?
Here.
Okay. We're waiting for Najat, Hannah. Tell her to hurry up. Okay. We were talking about acids and alkalis in our last session. First of all, we are going to correct the homework together. This is the first thing. So where is the, okay. We're going to correct the homework page 23. So if you have the resource pack, please open page 23. We're going to correct the homework together.
I'm getting the resource.
Okay, go get the resource pack. If you don't have it, get your resource pack.
When I submitted the homework yesterday, did it come to you?
Yes. Did you get your resource packs?
Yes. I got mine. I don't know if
Okay.
I got mine.
All right. I don't know why is it taking this time. Oh, Najat is here.
Miss,
Yes.
The new resource pack looks so weird. Miss, the new resource pack has explanation.
Yeah, but only for one lesson.
Get?
I think that the one of the second trimester didn't have because it was all solely because of the checkpoint.
I don't know. But
بس
I will
يعني
be
listen دي بس
I will
الوحيدة اللي
I will be uploading some of the pages because some of the pages should be colored. So I'm going to upload it for you on Classera when the time comes.
Miss, so it will differ if it's colored or not?
Yes, because when we are going to learn about how to know the difference between the acids and the alkalis. Okay. When we find out how can we know the difference between the acids and alkalis, it depends on colors. So you have to have the colors. Yes, it depends. When you add a chemical, the color changes. Look at this, for example, this page 10. There are difference in colors, and also in page 11, and also in page 13. The scale must be colored. So those pages, I'm going to upload it for you, and I will be doing some of the experiments for you live on Zoom session, but not today and not tomorrow.
Boy.
Tomorrow
we have 2 sessions. Oh, لا مش عارفة.
Yes, but we're not going to be reaching this point. Maybe next week, okay? All right, so open page 23. This is page 23. If you want to answer, please raise your hand and mute your mics and don't interrupt me. Okay, so the first question says, question number 1, complete using the words in the box. So you have corrosive, ashes, acidus, alkali, and sour. The first statement says the word acid came from the Latin word what, which means what? If you want to answer, raise your hand. Yes, Limar?
The word acid came from the Latin word acid. I can't say it any.
Acidos?
Yes.
Okay.
Which means sour.
Which means sour. Okay. Thank you, Limar. The next one, the word alkali came from the Arabic word what, which means what? If you know the answer, raise your hand. Yes, Mariam.
Came from the. Should I say it with Arabic?
As you can read it how you want to read it. Or you can say it in Arabic. Yes, alkali or alqalawi. All right.
Which means ashes.
Which means ashes. Thank you, Mary. Most acids are, who else will answer? I have only 2 people raising their hands. Where are the rest? I only have 2 people raising their hands. Where are the rest? Hey, Yasin Radwan.
Corrosive.
Yes, most acids are corrosive. Thank you, Yasin. Okay. I'm going to wipe this. Do you need any of those? Okay. No. Now let's go to the next question. Question number 2. It says, state where each of the following acids can be found and whether it is
What
of
page again?
23.
Okay, thank you.
State where each of the following acids can be found and whether it is of plant or animal origin. Okay, so who would like to answer? Hala, the first one, methanoic acid. I know that it has both origins. Pick one.
Plants.
Okay, and where can we find it?
Nettle stained.
Yes, So it is origin, its origin is plant. Yes.
I wrote them بالعكس يعني I wrote in the organ the native thing and then it's found in
No,
plants.
no, no, no. In the origin, you write plant or animal, and it's found in the name of the object that you can find in.
Miss, I wrote it animal and it's found in the ants.
And sting, yes, this is also correct. If you want to write it, write its origin, the plant origin, you will write nettle sting. And if you want to talk about the animal origin, you will write ant sting. Okay, the next one, lactic acid. Who will answer the next one? Please raise your hands, guys, and wake up. I know you're fasting. I know you're tired, and this is the end of the day. But please wake up.
I'm waking up, but I'm hungry.
Come on, guys. Raise your hand and start answering. Aisha, can you tell me the lactic acid has a plant or an animal origin? Aisha.
Yes, miss.
Yes, can you,
Sorry,
the lactic acid, can you tell me the lactic acid, does it have a plant or an animal origin?
an animal.
Animal origin, and where can we find it?
Muscle during.
The muscles during what?
Muscle during.
Muscles what? Muscle what?
Miss, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I cannot hear what muscle what.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's D-U-R-I-N-J.
It's D-U-R-I-N-G during what? During, yeah, during vigorous exercise or vigorous training. Okay, muscles during vigorous or strong or tough training. Okay, vigorous training. It means that when you make your muscle work in a very strong way, it starts to produce lactic acid. Thank you, Aisha. The next one, hydrochloric acid. Ruqayya, is it an animal or a plant origin? Ruqayya.
Yes.
Yeah, is it an animal or a plant origin, the hydrochloric acid? Ruqayya.
Sorry, I was muting my mic. Animal.
Yes, it is an animal origin, and where can you find it? Where can you find it, Ruqayya?
In the stomach.
Yes, mammalian stomach. Okay, the uric acid. Hannah, can you tell me where can we find the uric acid?
Yes, miss.
Where can we find the uric acid? Is it an animal or a plant origin? Did you do the homework, Hannah?
Yes, I did but I didn't know this one.
Did you check the PowerPoint?
No, I did.
Then how did you answer this one?
I did.
Miss, I answered them all from the
Najat,
PowerPoint.
you're here, Najat?
Miss Nisma.
Give me 1 second, Maria.
Miss, I didn't know it too. I did not do it.
Okay, but you're here. I just am talking about the attendance. Mustafa, are
Yes,
you
I'm
here?
Yes, yeah, miss.
Okay. Now let me tell you something, guys, and this is for the people who did not listen to my words that I said like several times. Starting this trimester, it's a whole new step in your life, okay? The past was you being kids. Starting the next level, you're being adults. You're starting being adults, okay? Now, the idea is that I told you several times that this is related to year 7, and it's not related to the things that you took in 4, 5, and 6. So please let go of the mindset that you are very keen to keep it. You just want to keep acting like everything is hard and we have to simplify everything for you. This is not going to happen. Starting this trimester, you're getting advanced stuff. So
I don't
if you did
understand.
not, don't interrupt me. For the last time, Mariam. I said several times that there are 2 slides that in the PowerPoint that you have to memorize. And I told you again that starting this trimester, every session you have to study after the session. If not right after the session, wait until you break your fast and then study. But if you did not do this and you waited for till the end of the trimester to just keep up with everything that we have taken in this trimester, you're going to get confused and you will not be able to memorize the whole thing. I'm telling you from now, this is the first week in trimester 3. Okay, if you did not start taking it seriously by the end of the trimester and the next year, you will not be able to collect all of this information. You will get plenty of information. If you did not take it seriously and you study from day 1, you will not be able to collect all of the information that you have been given. Am I clear?
You're more than clear.
Okay. So what you have to do is that you go through the PowerPoint, the slides that I tell you that it should be memorized will be memorized, and you have to pay attention to something, that every single session I will be asking you about the things that I told you you have to memorize it. And if you didn't, I will start deduct marks from your behavior and from your effort. This is for your own sake, guys, because what I'm seeing till this point is people who are playing around. This is the 3rd session in the week, and you're still confused which one is which. And I know for sure that every time I keep repeating the slides and I keep repeating the PowerPoints and I keep repeating the lesson, by the end of the trimester, you will come to me, Miss, we are very confused about this part. While I ask every single session whether you are confused, is there something that you don't understand? Is there something that is not clear? And you say, no, everything is just fine. And then this happens. This is unacceptable. And this is the last time I'm going to talk this way. Because seriously, guys, I will not be afraid on your own future more than yourselves. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, who will answer this one?
Submit the homework. Can I show it to you in the camera?
You cannot submit the homework?
I forgot to submit it yesterday. Can I show it to you in the camera?
No, submit it today. Okay? And don't forget again, Yasin Abdel Hamid, you cannot find, is there anyone else that cannot find the PowerPoint on Classera, guys?
Didn't like I studied from the
Slides that are
from
in
the
the
source
Okay.
PowerPoint and the book.
Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you, please. Did you open your, can you open your Classera now, Yassine, please? Can you open it with me? Okay, so you are going to.
There is nothing in the course material.
I did not upload it on course material. And by the way, I said it in a previous session. Okay.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, here you go. T3W118.4. Okay, you will open it. Where can you find your PowerPoint? Here it is. Can you see it? Hey, Yassine, can you see it? Okay. You open your PowerPoint. If you cannot find the PowerPoint, this is not an excuse, by the way, because you have the sessions. You have the video sessions, don't you? So you can open the session and you can study from the session.
Miss, I have what you
I
have
studied
exactly.
them from the
Miss, the
resource
same
packet.
explanation is in the book.
Some people still do not have the resource packs. Okay, if you have your resource pack, this is another thing that you should be using in order to study. You don't have any excuses, guys. We have like several things that you can study from. There is no excuse. Don't try to convince me that you have a problem reaching the information.
Miss, I just submitted the homework now.
Okay. Who will answer this one? Uric acid. Raise your hand if you're going to answer. Yes, Hala. Uric acid, is it an animal or a plant origin?
Animal.
And where can we find it?
The urine.
Thank you so much. Animal, and we can find it in the urine. The next one, ascorbic acid. Is it an animal or a plant origin? Is it an animal or a plant origin? Yes, Hannah.
Yes, Miss.
Ascorbic acid, is it a plant or an animal origin?
Plant.
Okay, and where can we find it?
Citrus fruits.
Thank you so much. Citrus fruits. What about citric acid? Who will answer citric acid? Yassine Abdel Hamid.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Yassine, is it a plant or an animal origin?
Miss, in the only place I wrote black currant.
Plant. And where can we find it?
Orange and lemon juice.
So again, citrus fruit or orange and lemon juice is fine. Okay. Okay. The last one, tartaric acid. Who will answer the last one? Mariam, can you answer the last one?
Yes.
Miss, can I answer?
Is it a plant or an animal origin?
Plant.
Plant. And where can you find it?
Grapes.
Grapes. Thank you so much. All right. So that was the answer for the homework. Please, if you did not submit it yet, submit it so that I can give you the mark.
The whole mark?
The whole mark. Yes, because on Classera, it's written that tomorrow is the due date, while on Moodle, it's today. So because of this confusion, I'm going to make an exception today. Okay? But this is the last time. Okay. So we are going to carry on from where we stopped the last time. I think we don't have time. No, we still have like 10 minutes left, so we can go through like 2 or 3 slides. I'm going to actually also repeat the previous, I'm doing my job. I keep repeating stuff for you to memorize them. Okay, so where did we reach last time? we were talking about the yes, the origins. We talked about this. Scientists called the substance. We did this, right? We did the slide. Hello? Okay, let me go through them again, through the slide again. So this talks about the origins of acids and alkalis. Okay, the things that we talked about at the beginning of the lesson. We said that the scientists decided to divide the chemicals according to the way they taste, whether they taste sour or if they feel slippery. If they taste sour, they put them together in one group and they called it acids. And acids.
Guys, is this my internet?
No, it's our internet. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So again, the word acids come from the Latin word acidus, which means sour. They also named the substance that feels slippery alkali, and it comes from the Arabic word qalawi or alkali, which means ashes. Okay. We said that the diluted solutions of acid and alkali is not corrosive. It's called irritant. Irritant means that it causes a very minor harm, if not do harm at all. Okay, this is the diluted solution of the acids and the alkalis. What about the concentrated solutions of acid and alkalis? They call them corrosive. And corrosive means that once they come in contact with solids or fabrics, they start to fizz and they cause like burns in the fabric or the solids. And they also do this to the skin. If they came in contact with the skin, they make extreme harm. They could burn the skin to the extent of 3rd-degree burns. So it's very harmful. Okay, a concentrated solution of alkali or acid is called corrosive. Okay, now I'm going to go through the slides from the beginning again. Of course, we did not finish the lesson. The lesson is not finished yet, but we have reached like a point where we have to go through all of the previous slides again, so that if anyone doesn't understand, I'm saying now, if anyone is still confused or doesn't understand anything, or anything is still not clear for her or him, please pay attention. Okay? All right. So acids and alkalis, we said that we have acids and alkalis in our lives, in our daily lives. First, we're going to talk about the acids. The acids are found mainly in our kitchens. Like what? Like in the lemon and the grapefruits and the oranges and the lime. All of the citrus fruits are contains weak acids. We also use the vinegar, and the vinegar is an acid. We also drink fizzy drinks, which is called carbonated drinks because it contains a type of acid called carbonic acid, which causes the fizz once you open the can. You can find also acid in the car battery, and it's very important for the producing of the electricity and the circulation of the electricity in the car. And of course, there is the concentrated and diluted solutions of all types of acids that you find in the lab and that we use in order to make chemical reactions. Okay, so all of those examples, all of those pictures in front of you, they contain acids. Most people think that acids are corrosive. Acids are not just corrosive in general. No, we can differentiate, or we can divide the acids into diluted acids, which are acids that we add a lot of water to it, or concentrated acids, which are the pure form of acid, or acids that contain very little amount of water. Okay, so the one that is corrosive, and what's the meaning of corrosive again? Corrosive means that the liquid it fizzes when it comes in contact with a solid, or it could burn the skin once it comes in contact with the skin. Okay, so what kind of acids are corrosive? The concentrated only acids are corrosive, which are
Miss Nisma,
yes, yes, yes.
Hannah's internet is very bad and she cannot enter again.
She can rewatch the video whenever she wants. I'm going to upload it after the session. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the corrosive kind of acids is the concentrated acids, which are the pure acids or acids that contain very little water, while the ones that we eat or drink are diluted forms, which means that they are acids. We add plenty of water or a lot of water to it. Okay. Now, many acids are found in living things, and this is the slide that we want you to memorize. Okay. Now, how to make these acids diluted, or how to make it less dangerous, or how to make it less corrosive? By dilution. What is the meaning of dilution? It is the process of decreasing the concentration. And please, please, please pay attention to this point. We do not change the amount when we make a dilution. When we perform dilution, we do not change the amount of acids. We change its concentration. What does that mean? It means that if you want, sorry, if you want to make a diluted solution of acids, you will bring a beaker, you will put, for example, 5 millis of concentrated acid, like for example, concentrated hydrochloric acid, 5 millis, okay? And then you add like 20 or 30 or 50 millis of water. This way, my question is, did I change the amount of acids? Did the acid amount became like 4 millis or 3 millis or 2 millis? Anyone, just anyone answer the question.
What was the question again, Miss?
If you want to make a diluted solution of acid, you added 5 millis of concentrated acid, and then you added like 50 millis of water. Did I change the amount of acid that I added?
No.
No. The amount is still the same. The 5 millis are still 5 millis. What I changed is the concentration, because I added water to it. So the concentration became different, but the amount of the acid is still the same. So the dilution, if I brought a question for you guys, the question says, dilution is the, put true or false, put true or false. The dilution is the process of decreasing the amount of acid. Is it true or false?
False.
False. It's false, because dilution is the process of decreasing the concentration, not the amount, the concentration. Okay? All right. Now the next slide is the slide that I want you please to study and memorize. Okay, of course, all of the PowerPoint, but I'm giving you the things that they ask a lot about it. Okay, they ask about this, the plants and the animals, the origin of the acids, whether it's a plant or an animal. We said that the acids are found sometimes in plants and sometimes in animals. Okay, and sometimes the same acid could be found in both of them, like the methanoic acid. It's in the plant and it's found also in the animals. Okay, now let's talk about the plants first. We said that one of the examples is the citric acid, and the citric acid is found in the citrus fruits, like what? Like orange and lemon juice. What else? You can also find the ascorbic acid, which is the chemical name for the famous vitamin C. Where can you find it? You can find it also in citrus fruits and in another type of plant called the black currants. Okay? The tartaric acid is another type of acid that you can find in grapes. And the last one is the methanoic acid, which you can find in the nettle stings. Okay, now what about the acids that is found in an animal origin? The most famous is the hydrochloric acid, which is found in our stomach and all of the mammal stomach. What else? The lactic acid. The lactic acid is produced when you make a lot of effort, or you make like a vigorous exercises, or a strong training. So your muscle starts to produce the lactic acid, and this is why you feel sore after like working out in the gym, or running for a long distance, or playing a football match or a basketball match or whatever. Okay, the urine, you can find also uric acid in the urine, and the last one is the methanoic acid, which is also found in the ant sting. All right, now what about the acid in the vinegar? The vinegar is formed from an acid. What kind of acid? It's called the ethanoic acid. And please pay attention to the ethanoic acid and the methanoic acid, because there is an extreme difference between them. So you have to pay attention and differentiate between them. Ethanoic acid is the one forming the vinegar. Okay, now sometimes they bring you a question like, why does
the one that produces the vinegar?
The ethanoic acid is the vinegar, not produces the vinegar. It's the one that forms the vinegar.
Okay.
Okay, so ethanoic acid, it has another name, by the way. It's called acetic acid. This is another name for ethanoic acid. And we will see it while we are solving in the book. While we're solving in the resource pack, you will see the two names. Okay, so sometimes they ask you the question of, why does the wine taste sour after a while? You can simply answer by this equation. Instead of writing this whole paragraph, of course it will be correct too, but if you only wrote the equation, it's also correct. Why? Because the wine contains ethanol and dissolved oxygen. After a while, the ethanol and oxygen will react together and they will form ethanoic acid, or they will produce ethanoic acid. If you wrote this paragraph, it's fine. If you wrote this equation, it's also correct. Okay? Now we said that the diluted acid is the strong acid that we add a lot of water to it. How will I know the bottle that contains any diluted chemical? If you find this symbol on the bottle, if you find this symbol on the bottle, you know that this bottle contains a diluted chemical. It could be a diluted acid or a diluted alkali. Both of them are okay. Okay, now I think I need to stop. It's 1:15 or what? Yeah. Okay, guys, you have a homework, but I want it next week. And this homework is page 37. Okay, I'll be seeing you tomorrow because I'm going to cut off right now. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Mm.